sun rose slowly, filling the small apartment with light. Anna lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Her husband, David, was already awake. She could hear him moving around in the kitchen, making coffee like he did every morning. The sound of the coffee machine and the soft clinking of cups felt like a routine she could no longer escape. Anna turned her head to look at the clock. It was 7:15 a.m. She had no desire to get up, but she knew she had to. Life didn't stop, even when her heart felt heavy. She dragged herself out of bed, her feet touching the cold floor. As she shuffled toward the kitchen, she could smell the coffee. It was strong, just the way David liked it. "Good morning," David said, glancing at her briefly before returning his attention to his cup. His voice was calm, like everything was fine. "Morning," Anna replied, forcing a small smile. She opened the fridge, pulling out a carton of milk to pour into her coffee. Her movements felt mechanical, like she was acting in a play she didn't want to be in anymore. David sat down at the table, reading the newspaper on his tablet. He didn't ask her how she slept, didn't look at her again. This was their life now. Quiet, predictable, and distant. Anna sat across from him, sipping her coffee slowly. The warmth of the drink didn't reach her heart. She glanced at David, his face hidden behind the screen. She felt a wave of sadness wash over her. When they first got married, everything had felt so full of hope. They had laughed together, shared dreams, and held each other close. But somewhere along the way, things had changed. She didn't know when it started, but she knew now that the love she once felt had faded. David looked up from his tablet, noticing her gaze. "What?" he asked, his tone neutral. Anna shook her head quickly. "Nothing," she said, looking down at her coffee. "You've been quiet lately," he said, setting the tablet down. His words surprised her. It wasn't often that he brought up anything about her mood. "I've just been tired," she lied. She couldn't tell him the truth. How could she say out loud, "I don't love you anymore"? David nodded, accepting her answer. "Work?" he asked. Yeah," she said quickly. She didn't want to talk anymore. After breakfast, David left for work. Anna stayed behind, cleaning up the dishes slowly. The silence in the apartment felt heavy. She looked around the kitchen, seeing the small signs of their life together. The framed photo on the wall from their honeymoon, the magnet on the fridge that said, "Love lives here." It all felt like a lie now. Anna sat down on the couch, her phone in her hand. She scrolled through social media, seeing pictures of happy couples, smiling faces, and love-filled captions. It made her chest tighten. She felt alone, even though she wasn't physically alone. Her best friend Mia had noticed something was wrong weeks ago. "Anna, are you okay?" Mia had asked one night when they were having dinner together. Anna had shrugged it off. "I'm fine," she had said. But Mia hadn't believed her. "If you ever want to talk, I'm here," Mia had added gently. Now, sitting on the couch, Anna thought about calling Mia. Maybe she needed to talk to someone. Maybe she couldn't keep pretending everything was okay. Her fingers hovered over Mia's name in her contact list. Finally, she pressed the call button. "Anna?" Mia's voice was warm and concerned. "What's up?" Anna hesitated. "Can we meet for coffee?" she asked. "Of course," Mia said without hesitation. "When?" "Today, if you're free," Anna said. "I'll meet you at the usual place in an hour," Mia said. Her mouth. Anna hung up and got ready to leave. She felt nervous, unsure if she could actually say what she was feeling out loud. But she also felt a small flicker of relief. Maybe this was the first step toward figuring out what to do. The coffee shop was warm and bustling with people when Anna arrived. She spotted Mia sitting at a corner table, waving at her with a smile. Anna walked over, and Mia stood up to hug her tightly. "It's so good to see you," Mia said, her eyes full of kindness. "You've been on my mind." Anna sat down, wrapping her hands around the warm cup of coffee Mia had already ordered for her. "Thanks for meeting me," Anna said quietly. "Of course," Mia said. "What's going on?" Anna took a deep breath. She looked down at her coffee, then back at Mia. "I don't love David anymore," she said, her voice trembling. Mia's eyes softened with understanding. "Oh, Anna," she said gently. "I'm so sorry. That must be so hard." Anna nodded, feeling tears prick at the corners of her eyes. "I don't know what to do," she admitted. "I feel trapped. He's a good man, but I just don't feel anything anymore." Mia reached across the table, taking Anna's hand. "It's okay to feel that way," she said. "You're not a bad person for feeling this." They talked for over an hour. Anna poured her heart out, sharing everything she had been holding inside. Mia listened without judgment, offering her support and understanding. By the time Anna left the coffee shop, she felt a little lighter. She didn't have all the answers yet, but at least she wasn't carrying the burden alone anymore. That night, as she lay in bed next to David, Anna stared at the ceiling once again. She knew she had to make a choice. She couldn't keep living this way, pretending everything was okay. but she didn't know how to start. The thought of hurting David made her chest ache. But wasn't she hurting him already by staying in a marriage without love? David adjusted the mattress on his side. But wasn't she hurting him already by staying in a marriage without love? The next morning, Anna made a decision. She didn't know where it would lead, but she knew she couldn't keep hiding from the truth. She sat down at the kitchen table, waiting for David to finish his coffee. When he looked up, she took a deep breath. "David," she said, her voice steady but soft. "We need to talk." David set his cup down, his brow furrowing. "What's wrong?" he asked. Anna looked into his eyes, trying to find the right words. I've been feeling distant," she said. "I think we need to be honest with each other." David's face softened, but there was a hint of fear in his eyes. "What do you mean?" he asked. Anna hesitated, but then she spoke the words she had been holding back for so long. "I don't think I'm in love with you anymore," she said. Tears filled her eyes as she said it, her voice breaking. "I'm so sorry." David stared at her, his face a mix of shock and pain. For a moment, he didn't say anything. Then he took a deep breath. I don't know what to say," he admitted. "I don't know what to do," Anna said, her voice barely above a whisper. "But I can't keep pretending everything is okay." David nodded slowly, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Thank you for being honest," he said. His voice was quiet but steady. "I think we need to figure this out together." The conversation was just the beginning, but it was a start. For the first time in a long time, Anna felt a small sense of hope. Maybe they could find a way forward, whether it meant rebuilding their relationship or finding a new path. Whatever happened, she knew she couldn't keep living in silence. And that was enough for now.